S. I mean, they're all kind of semi-bland cars. The BMW is okay, but again, it's not as exciting as it was back in the day when they had the original decade sets. So I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of the decade sets? Do you think the new ones are just kind of blah, or should they come out with some like a decade sets with like an exotics decade set? I think that would be super cool. All right, let's move on to our next car, and this is a brand new casting. This is a Hot Wheels Mustang, and it looks like a GT3. I don't have an official naming for this one yet, but check out the Golf livery on there. Very, very cool. And these are actually some official pictures of it from eBay. So, well, unofficial pictures because it's on eBay, but it wasn't a release on eBay. So this looks like a pretty close to being done casting. Doesn't look like there's any front light tampos on there, but the Golf livery on there looks fantastic. I really, really like it. And you can see right on the back, 2018 custom 18 Ford Mustang GT. There we go. So that's the actual name of it. Although it does look like a GT3 with that GT3 wing, but I guess anyone who does a custom thing on there, it could just be just a custom Mustang with a custom wing. There's some pictures of it all with the body off, so the nice three-piece body with the axles and the tires on there. So pretty cool looking casting though. What do you guys think of the Mustang? I'm actually looking forward to it. I love all the Golf livery castings that they're coming out with. There's so many cool Golf livery castings, so gotta love it, gotta love it. All right, we'll move on. And next up, we've got some, I don't know why this has got so big here. Let's shrink it down a little bit. We've got a new color for the Porsche 911 C2, I believe it is. I can't remember the exact name of the casting, Carrera CS or C2 or something like that. But really, really cool casting. I really like this casting. And we got these new blue color of it. We actually did see originally it was in a white color. And I'll show you the white color in a second. We got more pictures of the white color as well. I'm not a big Porsche fan, but I'm starting to like Porsche a lot more. And Hot Wheels loves to make Lamborghinis and Porsches. They just make so many of them, but I mean, who can deny they're actually really cool. And finally, we actually get a really cool new casting of it. This is the actual original white one. I really do like the white one because I like these gray wheels on the white one. And so these are some eBay pictures of it that I found as well. So 2018 casting, there you go. So it's a 2019 release, and there it is all taken apart. Very different interior color on this one as well, but quite an interesting casting. There we go, there we go. So that's our Porsche 911 C2 Carrera C2. So very, very cool. DK, thank you very much, DK, for the $3 super chat. I appreciate it, DK. DK, one of the members of our elite crew. Thank you very much, DK. Appreciate it. All right, moving on next to, we've got the Porsche. Okay, this has to be the longest name of a casting that I've ever seen in my life. If you guys can find a Hot Wheels casting with a longer name than this, let me know in the comments. Send it to me. We'll feature it. But Porsche Panamera Turbo S E Hybrid Sport Turismo. That is crazy. I cannot believe that they have such a long name. But gotta love this casting, though. Gotta love it. It's basically a Porsche Panamera. Obviously, the E variation, not like that makes a difference in a Hot Wheels casting. Can't really tell. But it's got the sort of hatchback that they call it. I guess you would call it the shooting brake. I think that's what you previously would have called it, shooting brake or some sort. But pretty cool. I really do like this casting. Looking forward to it. Not a huge fan of the color. I'd probably want to see it. This would actually be a really good Zamac edition. If they had a Zamac edition of this, it would be pretty cool. So very, very nice. Love that casting. Looking forward to that. So there's some of our new Porsches that are coming out right there. The new color of the C2, the original color of this one. It's kind of interesting actually of the C2 that we're actually already seeing a recolor when we actually don't even have it. So I'm assuming that the white one's going to be coming very soon, or possibly the blue one is just going to come out first. We don't really know that for sure. Right. Moving on to our next casting, we have got a better picture of the Honda City Turbo 2. Last week, we showed you a picture of this one released, and we assumed that it was going to be a matte finish on it. But now that we have this new picture of it, it does look sort of glossy, which I find kind of interesting because we have already seen a release of this car in a gloss black variation. It was the second color release of it, so it's kind of weird that they're coming out with another black variation of the Honda City Turbo 2. I don't know, is black that popular of a casting for the Honda City? I don't know. I don't really get this car. I mean, when this car first came out, I was actually pretty excited about it. But now that they're coming out with all these recolors of it, we're also seeing the recolor of it being released in the decade set. I'm kind of over this car now. I don't know. It's okay. Just kind of over it. I'm not as excited about it. I really like the white release that they originally came out with. This one, meh. Nothing too special. Nothing too special. All right, moving on. We've got some. Actually, we'll start at this side here. We've got a bunch of new VW castings. Again, guys, if you're just joining in on the actual stream, if you guys have any comments or questions or anything, I will get to them towards the end. So save your questions and stuff for the end. We'll answer them at the end there. All right, so we've got the bus T1 GTR. I honestly have no idea what this is. It says that it's the acrylic base and wheels. We are not sure yet. Okay, we're not sure if it's in the basic line. These wheels definitely do not look finalized. It looks like a totally unfinished body, but it's kind of like I guess it's the newer VW. Now that I do think of it, there is a new VW bus that they released as a concept form, so perhaps this is the Hot Wheels variation of it. So I do like it. It's kind of interesting. Definitely a very weird looking interior on there. I don't know about that. And there it is, all taken apart. Again, the acrylic bottom, that's definitely not going to be a finalized casting, but interesting casting nonetheless. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that casting. Okay, next up, we've got another VW bus, and this one in a Golf livery. This one does look like a premium casting. We don't know for sure where it's actually coming, where it's actually being released, but nonetheless, it does look really, really cool. I'm actually even questioning myself if it even is a Hot Wheels casting, because nowhere does it actually say that it's a Hot Wheels casting. But this definitely seems like something Hot Wheels would make. It also seems like something like M2 would make. So not too sure. If you guys know anything else about this casting, let me know in the comments down below. Moving on, we've got another recolor of the Cool Combi. I always talk about the most amount of recolors that we see, and the Cool Combi has to be up there for one of the most recolored castings of all time. I don't know. I have to go through all my castings to kind of see, but we've seen so many different Cool Combi recolors just even in the past 2 or 3 years. We've seen just so many of them, but I mean, it is a pretty cool casting. I don't know. I'm kind of a big fan of it, so why not? We'll leave it at that. We got some better pictures of the Volkswagen Beetle pickup truck. We saw this one last week. We were talking about this and showing some pictures. We finally got some better close-up pictures of this one. You can see the Hot Wheels tire shop. We were trying to figure out last week what it said on there. And there we go. There's another picture of it on the side. Pretty cool casting. I think it's kind of interesting. We've also got this one here. This is one of the other Volkswagen pickups, another close-up picture of that one as well. So kind of interesting castings, all these new VWs that we have. Here's the custom VW Beetle. This is kind of their beat-up rat rod variation of it. I do like it. Somebody in the comments was saying that it was an M2. Was this one was an M2? All right, thank you very much. Yeah, again, I was not 100% sure, but I don't know, is this MG Minis? No, that's not part of M2. So I don't think it's an actual Hot Wheels casting, but still cool nonetheless. We love the Golf livery on there. Very, very cool. So there's our VW Beetle, custom Beetle. All right, moving on. We've got here. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. We've got some more details on the Hot Wheels ID. So Hot Wheels ID cars, we do know that there's going to be a Pagani Zonda a Pagani Huayra, my bad, not a Zonda, a Pagani Huayra, as well as this Nissan GTR. And if we actually look at the bottom of the Hot Wheels ID car, you can actually see it's a little computer chip. So again, people are probably going to ask, what is Hot Wheels ID? Honestly, we don't have a lot of information yet, but we do know that it's going to be coming in a package box, which I'll show you guys in a second. We got a video on that, as well as it's going to be something to do with like a video game of some sort or something where you can actually scan it. It's going to use this actual chip here on the bottom. Again, we'll bring you guys as much details as we can as soon as we do find out. But this is really cool, actually. This you guys have to see. We actually see the box. We'll play the video. Look what I can do. So it's some sort of game, and you can see this is like a nice casting. Look at that great picture and artwork on there. Great display, factory fresh 2017 Nissan GTR, and it's got the Hot Wheels ID chip. So it says something about scan. There's a game. It's really hard to say the exact details of the Hot Wheel ID. But as soon as I get my hands on them, I'll definitely try it out. It's something that's like technology mixed with Hot Wheels, which I'm a big fan of technology. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Hot Wheels. So it's definitely going to be something that we're going to be interested in getting and seeing how it works. So if it's some sort of game or something like that, we'll definitely get a hold of that game. We'll try it out. But we'll leave it at that. There you go. There's your Hot Wheels ID. We'll just minimize that. Get rid of that there. There we go. We'll move on to a new treasure hunt. This is a brand new treasure hunt. It's the Humvee, and this is supposedly from the F case. This is the F case treasure hunt car, the Humvee. And the Humvee has actually been a casting that we've seen quite some time ago. Maybe in the past year, we've seen one color release of it. They kind of stopped making it for a few years in between, but before we did see quite a few different color variations of this. I myself have probably about 3 or 4 different ones, but this one definitely is a treasure hunt. There's your treasure hunt logo right there on the side of it. I don't know about this casting. It's okay. It's been a little bit of a disappointment for a lot of the treasure hunts lately. The treasure hunt cars have become a lot less collectible. They just don't make like really, really cool casting and treasure hunts. I'd like to see some more licensed castings in the treasure hunt lineup that are more mainstream castings. But then again, they do kind of save a lot of those for the super treasure hunts. But then we do see kind of weird castings in super treasure hunts. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Let me know, what do you guys think of the Humvee as your F case treasure hunt? The Humvee as your F case treasure hunt. We'll see that. We'll be getting that one very, very soon. Another new set, another new Hot Wheels set. Moving on, we've got the Hot Wheels Car Culture Silhouette set. And you can just see right now, we've got only the artwork of this. We don't actually have pictures of the cars. And we're going to try and see. This is some sort of Chevy. This looks like a Corvette, like that Greenwood Corvette. That looks like the Porsche 934.5. That's the Porsche 993 GT2, I believe it is. And this one looks like a Skyline. Pretty cool castings, I'd have to say, in the set. Myself, I'd probably say these 4 are my favorites. I'm picking 4 as favorites. These 4, I would say, are good cars. I'm not too sure about this. I'd have to get a closer look up on that one, but pretty cool set. I do like it. The Silhouettes set. Silhouette. So it's kind of an interesting name. We'll find out more details of that one coming up in the future. I mean, once we get actual pictures of that, usually when we see sets like this, we usually get pictures of the actual cars very soon. So we'll be checking those out very soon. This is exciting, guys. Last week, I believe it was, last week's episode, we talked about a Nissan GTR that was blue in packaging, and it looked like we were going to be getting it, looked like it would be released. And then we kind of decided that it was a Photoshop, but all of a sudden now, this is an eBay find. I find someone posting a concept car, a Hot Wheels kind of factory released car, not yet finished, unfinished yet, but it looks to be in that color that was photoshopped in. So it makes me think maybe that card that we saw was maybe not photoshopped, and maybe we are actually going to be getting this color. It's a metallic kind of bluish color. These wheels definitely don't look like they're finalized wheels. They just look like wheels that were put on there right now, but there it is, the Nissan Skyline R34 GTR, brand new color variation. I'm really hoping this one actually comes to the mainline. Again, unfinished. We don't really know 100% for sure, but being that we did see these pictures of it in package and now we're seeing this, I'm gonna lean to the side that we are actually going to be getting this color of the R34. So definitely going to be excited. Stay tuned. If we get any more details about this one, again, don't worry, we will release that. Then we've got the Pagani Huayra, and I'm not 100% sure, but I thought that this color variation was possibly going to be for the Hot Wheels ID, but I don't think it is now. I'm leaning more towards this being a mainline casting. There we go. So you can see regular casting. There it is in the nice red. The striping on this looks really, really good. I really, really like that. Brembo on the side. Doesn't look like there's anything really special and aimed towards the Hot Wheels ID now. Possibly a different color coming for the Hot Wheels ID variation 2012. So this is an older release casting, but brand new color variation. So what do you guys think? More Pagani Huayras? We've seen a lot of recolors of the Pagani Huayras. Again, another casting that we've seen. Someone did mention a blue one. I'm not sure if they're talking about the Skyline, but there was a blue casting of this one, which I would assume that the blue casting of the Huayra is going to be the one that's going to be released for the Hot Wheels ID. But we will find out pretty soon. But again, pretty cool to see some brand new pictures of this one, especially I'm loving the stripe. I love the stripe. The red with that stripe on there, it looks fantastic. All right, moving on. We've got some new pictures of the 2018 Honda Civic Type R. There it is, the red Honda Civic Type R. So some better casting pictures. There we go. We've got some with all the rivets and all that off of it. I'm going to assume that this casting is going to be hitting stores or hitting the actual cases of Hot Wheels very, very soon. It looks to be like it's pretty much production ready. Good Tampa work on the front of it. Nice looking wheels, nice looking tires. Again, I'm not a big Honda Civic fan or a Honda fan in general, but I do really respect the new Honda castings that they are coming out with. There's the whole body of it off. There's that big wing. That's the thing is I'm not a big fan. Sorry, I scratched my eye. My eye's a little bit itchy here. Not a big fan of the new Civics because of the back ends of these are just so happening. There's just so much going on here. They're not clean. I respect clean looking cars unless they're like functional cars like the McLaren Senna, which is obviously not a clean looking car. But I don't know. The Civic, I feel like they could just make it a little bit cleaner. Even the front end, there's just so much happening. There's so much going on. But like I said, I do respect the fact that they're coming out with these castings. I think they're actually a good imitation casting of the real life cars. Pretty decent detail on them. So got to respect it. There it is, 2018 Honda Civic Type R. And a pretty short news today, guys. But here's our last piece of news, our last bit that we're going to be going over today. And it is the Zamac edition of the Mustang GT. This is 2018 Mustang GT. I believe it's a 2018 Mustang GT, if I'm not mistaken. But check it out. I love this. I love this. We saw the orange release of this with this same kind of livery on here. Now we're getting the Zamac edition of it with this livery. I absolutely love this. Oh my gosh. Great looking casting. I love the paint. I'm just loving all these new type of kind of abstract paint jobs that are getting very popular. I mean, you look at real life YouTubers like Daily Driven Exotics, DDE. Whoa, I'm mistaking myself there. But Daily Driven Exotics, they're doing their cars with this type of livery on here where they're doing that kind of like abstract camo on there. I love it. I'm digging it totally. I think it looks so cool. Even we've got the stripes on the top of it. And check out those wheels. Dang, so good, so good. Such a cool casting. Super, super looking forward to this casting. Check it out right down there. Again, we saw the original color of this one released in I think it was my last case. It was the E case that we saw. And now we've got this one right here. So there you go. What do you guys think of the Mustang? Cool? I love this casting. Definitely an awesome one. And it is, because it's a Zamac release, it's probably going to be a Walmart exclusives. Walmart seems to be the one that gets all these Zamacs. But there we go, guys. That is going to wrap up our news. So I will take any last minute questions or comments that I see from you guys. Again, not a lot of new stuff today, but again, it's nice to see whenever we release like concept pictures or like the silhouettes that we went over today. So where's our silhouettes? So here, right here. So it's nice. So this week we're releasing this. Perhaps possibly next week we might actually get some real life pictures of these so we can actually see pictures of this casting. So that's definitely something that we're going to be featuring every week. We're going to have the latest in releases, the latest in concept pictures. We're mostly Hot Wheels, but possibly we will add in a couple of different Matchbox M2 stuff. We did have an M2 Volkswagen in there today, the Golf livery M2. Thank you guys very much. I love looking at the positive comments that you guys appreciate the PTR Live news. This is our third episode, and unfortunately, Rival Racer was not able to make it today's episode, but normally he will be with us, and he'll be helping me out for our news. But yes, thank you very much. Where do I buy my latest cars? I get most of my latest cars I get from granatoys.com. Granatoys is the one that supplies a lot of the cars and a lot of the cases that I unbox. And they definitely have a lot of the newer releases. They just got the Fast and Furious set last week. So if you guys want the Fast and Furious set, check it out, granatoys.com. They've always got the latest stuff. I'm not sponsored by them. They do supply some of my cars and stuff like that. They don't pay me to say their name or anything like that, but they just have the latest stuff. So if you guys want more information, go on granatoys.com. Tell them that I sent you there, and it's awesome. Yeah, they're good people there. When's the release date of the McLaren Senna? We don't have an official release date of it, but I'm going to assume it's going to be a mid-year release case. So probably I'm going to say probably in the next month or two, we will get it. Thanks for today's update. No problem. Thank you very much, Yash. I appreciate the positive comment. Do you know when they're released? When is what released? We don't know when the silhouettes. I don't really actually go over specific release dates, but if you guys go with the trend on when stuff is released, usually when we feature it and when we see actual pictures of it and we see the them showing up on eBay is mostly finalized castings, it usually means that within a month or two we will see them in new 2019 cases or the newest cases. So that's kind of what we get an idea. So most of the cars that you see on here that are sort of in concept form are cars that are semi-finished. Within the next month or two, we will probably most likely see them. You're from the UK, and Anthony, I'm not sure if you were the one that emailed me. I got an email from somebody saying that from the UK they struggle to find good cars. It's tough. I mean, living in North America, I live in Canada, but I do live near the US border. So I do get a lot of cars shipped to a mailbox in the US, and then I go down to the US and pick them up. US is lucky just to get so many cars that we don't get anywhere outside of the US. So Canada, if I were to show you guys cars that I only got from my local stores in Canada, it wouldn't be a lot. So I do have to get a lot from the US. So again, if you are overseas and you don't have access to going to the States to get that stuff, I would just recommend going on to either eBay or try Granite Toys. I'm going to actually ask, I have a contact at Granite Toys, the owner of Granite Toys. I'm going to actually ask him if he does international shipping, and I will have an update on you guys for that next week. But I know a lot of you guys are asking about where I get my cars. So Granite Toys is where I get majority of my cars, and a lot of the castings and stuff that I can't get in stores or are harder to find, I do get on eBay. Unfortunately, on eBay, you do pay a little bit of a premium to get them. What's my email? My email should be in the description box below. So check out the description of this video towards the bottom. My email is in there. So if you guys want to send me an email, how do I find supercharged runs? If you know how to find supercharged runs better than I do in stores, you let me know, because I have no idea. I've only ever found the Bone Shaker Ultimate in Walmart. That's the only one that I've ever found in store. 65 Mustang in Target exclusive decade set. A hood that opens up. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't really know that. Yes, you Americans are spoiled. That's right. I see somebody, Tristan, thank you very much for saying that. Again, I'm looking up at the comments, guys. Yes, the Americans are spoiled with a lot of the stuff that they get that I feel really bad for Europe. Europe, you guys don't get as much as what we get in North America. And when you guys do get it, you pay huge premium. I pay $1.50 Canadian for a car in store. They're 99 cents US in stores down in the States. So we're lucky to get them so cheap. Whereas in Europe, you're paying like £3 or £4 for mainline cars, which is ridiculous. Where did I get my Peak Time Racing custom car? That's a great question. It was a company that supplied it to me. I'll get back to you on that. I will get back to you on that. We'll talk about that next week. If you guys actually want to know, I do have, I will sit up here, Peak Time Racing shirts. Sorry, I look kind of ridiculous that I'm sitting up here. But custom Peak Time Racing shirts. I do have a merch store. The link is the first link in the description box down below. So if you guys want to get your own Peak Time Racing merch, then definitely go cop yourself some merch. That's my big spew about sales pitch of getting my merch out. But honestly, I love wearing my Peak Time Racing t-shirts. It comes in a bunch of different colors as well. I've ordered actually some new colors of the shirt for myself. But make sure you guys go check that out. The VW Golf livery is Johnny Lightning. Oh, thank you very much, Brendan. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. His favorite car is a McLaren F1 GTR. Yes, a lot of you guys. Well, my favorite car in real life is a McLaren F1 GTR. My favorite Hot Wheels casting is the Lamborghini Murcielago SV from the Speed Machine series. Okay, Daniel. Do you live in British Columbia? Because I recognize some of the stores. Yes. Fast food truck, the food truck, my bad. I live just around South Surrey area in Vancouver, BC. Just outside of Vancouver, BC, South Surrey. So obviously you probably know where that is. So yes, a lot of the stores that I visit are either in Bellingham or up here. So yes, you've probably seen some or recognized some of those stores. What's my favorite car? Obviously I just said that. What's my rarest car? I honestly, I don't collect a lot of really rare, valuable cars. I mean, I have my original Bugattis, the Koenigseggs and stuff like that they don't make anymore. But I wouldn't say they're super rare. But I don't really collect valuable cars. I just kind of collect the newer castings. I really love newer castings and bringing those newer castings to you guys. Hey Phil, I found a DMC DeLorean time machine hover mode super treasure hunt. Oh, very nice. And a Johnny Lightning and at Walgreens and a VW Johnny Lightning. Ah, nice. I'm looking forward to seeing that casting in real life. That one's pretty cool. How many Bugattis do I have? Check out my other videos. I do have other videos where I go over my whole Bugatti collection. Those are cars that I actually all originally bought when they actually released the Bugattis. You guys know how much I love exotics. So when they came out with the Bugattis, I just bought a bunch of them. So I do have quite a collection of Hot Wheels Bugattis. I don't know exactly how many I have, but check out my other videos. I go over all those. And our Hot Wheels cars remote control. They do have the... they do have... I can't remember what they're called. They're the Hot Wheels cars that they make that they're like Hot Wheels IQ or something. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but there is remote control Hot Wheels type cars. There's also all types of weird other little Hot Wheels remote control cars and stuff that they make as well. I have a small Hot Wheels collection. Very good. Yeah, everybody starts somewhere. I mean, I do have quite an extensive collection, but honestly, I started where a lot of you guys are today. So don't be shy to start slow, build your collection up. Once you get up to my age, you might have an extensive collection. And I started collecting since I can remember, since I was probably about 3 or 4 years old. How many Hot Wheels, how many Camaros do you have? A lot of people ask how many cars and how many castings and stuff I have. I honestly don't count my cars. There's just too many, and I just have too much other stuff to do that when I get new castings, I kind of put them all together, but I don't actually go through and count my cars and count my exact castings. All right, we'll take one more question before we end off the stream today. Again, thank you guys very much for tuning on in. If you guys are just tuning on in, you missed out a lot of what's happening. Make sure you go back and watch it. Can't wait to see the F case. Yes, the F case will be here pretty soon. What's up, Jackson? How many Dodge Demons do you have? If you're asking about the Dodge Demons, the newer casting of the Dodge Demon, they came out with it in yellow and Zamac, and it's going to be a Super Treasure Hunt coming up this year. So we'll see at least the Super Treasure Hunt plus the mainline variation of it. So I have the 2 that are available right now, and there'll be 2 more at least coming out this year. All right, guys, thank you very much. That's going to wrap it up today. If you guys have any more questions, make sure you guys comment on this video. This video will go live afterwards, and I always go through and read all your guys' comments. So if you guys have any other last-minute comments, questions, or anything like that, excuse me, I'm almost losing my voice here, so it is time for me to end it. But thank you very much to the moderator in the chat as well today. I know Javier was there, Rival Racer and Sam P, which are other moderators. I didn't see them today. I know Rival Racer couldn't make it, but thank you guys very much for watching today's PTR Live. We will see you guys tomorrow for our live Hot Wheels tournament. As you guys might know, on Wednesdays, we're going to be doing live Hot Wheels tournaments every Wednesdays, and every Tuesdays today at this time, we're going to be doing our PTR Live news show. So thank you guys very much for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one, and I will see you guys tomorrow for our live tournament. Peace!